Welcome back to day 2 of Vacation Bible School here at A&M United Methodist Church. We are so happy that you're here again. Well, what are we going to learn about today? Today we are going to learn the story of David and Goliath. And we are going to learn how to armor up with justice, the breastplate of justice. But before we begin, let's do our banner verse together. Ready? Be strong in the Lord, in the strength of his power. Ephesians 6:10. Awesome job. Well, you're ready for day 2. Let's go.
Welcome back, Knights. Day 2 here, and we're going to armor up with the breastplate of justice. We're going to put this breastplate on. We're going to be ready for day 2. Justice. What is justice? Justice is making sure that you do the right thing for somebody else. And this time, we're going to see what's happening with David and a big giant named Goliath. Let's see what's going on in this story.
The Israelite and Philistine armies were preparing for a fight, so they set up camp on opposite sides of each other. The Philistines were on one side, and the Israelites were on the other. One of the Philistines was a giant. His name was Goliath, and he was more than 9 feet tall. Every day, Goliath told the Israelites that he was the champion and no one could beat him. The Israelites were scared. One day, David was taking food to his brothers who were in the Israelite army. When David arrived at the camp, he heard Goliath bullying the Israelites. David stood before Saul and said he would go and fight Goliath. But Saul didn't want David to fight because Saul thought David was just a boy. But David knew that with the Lord on his side, he could defeat Goliath. So Saul gave David his armor. But it was too big.
I can't move.
David took off the armor. Then he grabbed 5 stones and went out to face Goliath. When Goliath saw David, he made fun of him, saying,
"Am I some sort of dog that you come at me with sticks?"
David slung one of the rocks and hit Goliath on the head, and Goliath was defeated. When the Philistines saw that Goliath was dead, they ran, and the Israelites chased after them.
Wasn't that the coolest video? We're going to interact with each other, okay? So there are going to be certain parts that I'm going to ask you to participate in, all right? And I'm going to demonstrate, and you can do them with me when I do them, all right? So I'm going to read you the story, and it's all about King Saul and the Israelite army as they stood on one mountain, and the Philistine army stood on the other mountain. And down in the valley trudged a Philistine giant, big and bully. His name was Goliath. So Goliath challenged anyone from the Israelite army to fight him one-on-one. And if Goliath won, the Israelites would have to serve the Philistines. But if an Israelite won, the Philistines would serve the Israelites. Now everyone waited for someone else to step forward. Not me. I'm not fighting him. But no one did. They were all so terrified. Then a young shepherd boy named David came forward. He's rustling through the grass. Hear him coming? Saul told David he was too small and no match for big old Goliath. But David insisted that God would protect him from the lions and the bears when he went to shepherd. God would protect him against the bully Goliath. David then picked up 5 smooth stones. And then he went out to meet Goliath. The giant laughed. "Ha, ha, ha, ha! You can't defeat me. You're nothing but a little boy." Ha, ha, ha. And when the Philistine army saw this, they ran away as fast as they could. Saul and the Israelites cheered for David, who with God's help stood up to the bully Goliath. Knocked that old Philistine down, and David won the justice that God called him to do. Wasn't that exciting? Thanks for joining and thanks for participating.
Thanks, Miss Gwenda. Now it's time for Crafts with Miss Alicia.
Hey crafty North Castlers, this is Miss Alicia, and today we are going to make a breastplate of justice, and we are doing that because David defeated Goliath and justice was served. All right, so what I'm using today for this is a brown paper bag from the grocery store. This is just a bag that my freezer items came in, so if your mom or dad does curbside like a H-E-B or a Kroger, then their items are probably going to come in this brown bag. So just use that. I'm going to paint it, and then at the end we're going to cut it so that you can put it over your head and put it on. All right, let's get going. I am going to use some paint today and some glitter. You can make this however you want to. I also have some cool stamps with a shields, a gestures hat, and then just a seal on them. So that's cool to use too. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, it's time for glitter. So I'm just gonna use your normal Elmer's glue, and we're gonna string that all down the sides, and be sure to ask your parent or guardian before you do this because glitter is messy. It can always be cleaned up. There's no mess that can't be cleaned up, but we're gonna use a lot of it. So I'm gonna use silver, and I'm also gonna use gold. So I'm gonna put silver on the sides. So I'm just gonna sprinkle lots of glitter. This is really good. Big glitter. All right, making a little bit of a mess, but again, we have a broom, we have a vacuum, we can clean all that up. My paint's still a little bit wet too, and I did that on purpose because then some of my glitter is gonna stick to the paint, and that's lots of fun. So I'm gonna use gold on the cross that I did. All right, this is so pretty, guys. All right, and then I kind of give it a little bit of a shake. Just to make sure that it's covered. All right, and then we're just gonna dump it on the table, okay? I'll clean it up later. All right, guys, what do you think of this? Isn't that beautiful? All right, we're gonna cut the sides. I think I'm gonna be extra. I could use these normal scissors, but I have these really fun ones. So let's see how they work. Ooh, they work great. So then it looks like the rigid edge of the breastplate. So, have you all ever seen a breastplate on a movie or something? Let's see, what would have a breastplate in it? So there's lots of movies out there with knights. There's like Lego stuff with knights in it. Let's see, y'all seen The Descendants, Robin Hood. All right, guys, so here we are. we have our breastplate of justice. So you can put this on over your head. If you're bigger than that, you just cut the sides out and you can still make the head hole a little bit bigger, or you can use some pipe cleaners or some tape and just stick it right on. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for day 2 for the story of David and Goliath. See you tomorrow.
Wasn't that a fun craft? Now let's see what game Miss Savannah has for us.
Welcome to day 2 of VBS. Today, our game is called Goliath Tumbles Down. So David defeated Goliath with an impossible strike, but it wasn't actually impossible. Why? Because David relied on God's strength. So in our game today, all you need is maybe a soft ball, like a dodgeball, and then some boxes that we stack together to make Goliath. You can color your own boxes and make him there, or you can just use plain boxes. That's fun too. So David knocked down Goliath with a single stone, right? We're going to take turns using our balls to help knock down our Goliath. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, I have all my stuff. I'm ready to go. We have Goliath over there. Let's do this. That was hard work. As you can see, he's only halfway down, but with God, you can get him full way down. Let's see you do this at home. Bye.
Great game, Miss Savannah. Let's go fuel up with Miss April and snacks.
Welcome back to day 2 of VBS, and it is now your favorite time and my favorite time, snack time, everybody. So today our story that we were learning about is from David and Goliath. And so today we're going to make a snack called surprise cupcakes. So you're probably asking, what does this have to do with David and Goliath? Well, so many people were surprised that God chose David, someone they never expected to be able to beat the huge giant Goliath, okay? So today we're gonna make a cupcake so that when you cut into it or you bite into it, there's a fun surprise in it. So here's what you're gonna need. So first you're going to need some cupcakes. So you can buy the box mix and make them at home. Sometimes you can find cupcakes at the store that are already made. These are just some like funfetti cupcakes and stuff like that. So you'll need this. You'll need some icing to go with it. I'm just using the box kind. You can also use the stuff we use for the furnace. And then you need fun things to go inside your cupcake. So I've got some M&Ms and I've got some sprinkles. You can put any type of like candy or goodie stuff that you like in with cake. So here's what we're gonna do. So we've got our cupcake already made. What we're gonna do is we're going to cut out a little well or a little hole in our cupcake, and we're gonna pull out the piece as best as we can. So with your mom and dad's help, we've got a little plastic knife, and you're gonna take your cupcake, and we are going to cut kind of like a circle. I'm not going all the way down to the bottom of the cupcake, okay? Just a little bit. And then you can you can also use a spoon. You can get in here and try to pop that out, okay? So you can see I made like a little hole in it and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be enough to space for our fillings. So like I said, I like M&Ms because who doesn't love chocolate with their cupcakes? So I'm gonna put some M&Ms in here and then sprinkles. I love sprinkles. They make a lot of noise, they sound fun, and they just like make your day brighter. So we're gonna fill this with sprinkles too. Very carefully. It's kind of hard to do. It's okay to make a little bit of a mess. They're sprinkles. So that was a lot of sprinkles on top. So I'm gonna see they're just going everywhere. It's like confetti. So Now, at this point, you have the choice that you can just take some icing and cover it. Or if you can, if it worked out, you can almost cut off a little bit of the top of what you took out, depending on if it worked out or not for you to cut it. And we just kind of pop it on there. It's like a little lid on it. So despite having all the cupcake or the sprinkles on it, you almost wouldn't know there's nothing in it when you were looking. So every cupcake needs icing, right? Like that's the best part of all of this. So I've got some vanilla icing here. And we're just gonna put that on. You can use, again, whatever flavors you want. If you want to have chocolate, do chocolate. If you want to have vanilla or strawberry, whatever your favorite type of cupcake icing and cupcake flavor. These are yours. You can do whatever you want. So let's see then. So now we've got, I'm going to move this out of the way. So I'm going to show you what happens when we open and try to eat our cupcake. So I'm going to take the paper off here. Again, I'm getting sprinkles everywhere. Right there. And then I'm going to take my plastic knife, it's now covered in icing, and when we cut it in half, you can see all of that goodness falls out like a piñata. It's like a little surprise inside, and a fun surprise. So, all right, well, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have fun eating your surprise cupcakes.
That sure looked yummy. Let's go see what's happening in science with Miss Alicia.
Welcome back to another fun day of science. Today, we are going to be making something cool. But first, do you all remember who you all heard about today? It was David and Goliath. And if you've already done music today, you know that that's my favorite song, the Hey, Hey, Goliath. It's just so catchy. I've been listening to it since last year. Can you all believe it? Since we looked at this VBS. So today we're going to be talking about David. I have this nice little David character here for you. He is a Lego minifigure with his little shepherd's hook. And we're going to be talking about Goliath. And he's taller than your average minifigure. And he's kind of got a grumpy face on him. But really, it's just Sweet Hagrid from the Harry Potter series. So I'll put his hair back on him later. And then we've got our fancy marble, which is going to be our rock. Okay, so I, as you can see, have made something a little bit different. But I want to show you all how to make something out of things that you have at home. So we're going to start with that. So we have all of these popsicle sticks. We have some rubber bands. I have a paper clip, and I have some cotton balls, because when you start this experiment, you want to start out safe. You want a little bit of control. You don't want to be flinging marbles or rocks in your home, and you could break something on accident. So we're going to start out with cotton balls. So let's get started. I'm just going to use my imagination, and I want you all to use yours, and we'll kind of see what works and what doesn't. And then we'll test out the Lego option. So I'm gonna take a popsicle stick. I've broken one of them in half. These are popsicle sticks I use for something else. They still have hot glue on them. They're still fine. We're gonna reuse those. I'm gonna add a little bit of a gap to one side because I need there to be able to be some pop on the other. Let's see. I think I'm going to put two there. I'm going to put one on top. So it's almost like I'm building like an airplane, but just have some patience with me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this part started. So that'll work. I don't have time to use glue today. You could use glue if you wanted to at home. But sometimes that gets messy, and then you have to build it, and then you have to wait for it to dry. And I'm sure you all just want to have fun too. So what I'm going to do is I just use rubber bands, okay? So we've got that started. And then I'm going to put these on the side, or I think I'm going to put them under, because I think that'll give me the most flexibility to my popsicle sticks. Now, I like popsicle sticks, especially during the summer. My favorite kind of popsicle is a lime one, and I like to get the kind that have jokes on them. So Hopefully some of you all can comment or have your mom or dad comment with some funny jokes in the comments, because summertime jokes are the best. All right, so we're almost done with this. Whoop. Just kind of go fast. All right, I think we got something going on there. So I can hold it with this and kind of bounce. Let's see what happens. Oh, did you all see that? All right, so we know this works. I'm a little surprised. So we're gonna hold this down. You could have another friend hold it down for you, and you're gonna put this on it, and you're just gonna go, whoop. It'd help if it stayed. It worked a minute ago, guys. There it goes, see? So you can make one of these at home. You could use pencils, you can use popsicle sticks. Just be creative. So I'm gonna show you all my last one, okay? So we're gonna use this. Now here's where science comes in. So this is a lever. So a lever, so this is the action and that's the reaction. Do y'all see that? So this is a catapult. So once I press down on this, whatever's in my little basket over here is gonna launch this direction. So let's hope that it works. So for dramatic effect, I'm gonna go ahead and put David right there. Can you all see him? And then I'm gonna put Goliath at the top of the mountain. Okay, I'm gonna scoot this back just a little bit because I think I got it a little close. But we are going to put our rock, which is our marble, in there. And then we're gonna go, okay? Can you count with me? We're gonna start at 3 and we're gonna go down to 1. 3, 2, 1. And there we go. With just one rock, with one stone, we were able to take down Goliath. And David is now a king. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for Science Day 2. See you tomorrow.
We'd love to see your science experiments, but let's head over to music with Miss Savannah.
Hey Knights, I'm so glad you decided to come back for day 2 of VBS. This is our music station and we're gonna have just as much fun as yesterday, maybe even more. Okay, let's learn our new song called Giants in the Land. Giants in the Land, okay? This one is my favorite of all of them, so stay with me, okay? Our first verse, while we're singing this, we're gonna tiptoe around the room because this is about the giants in the land, okay? We don't wanna wake them up. So we're gonna tiptoe and we're gonna sing, when temptation's big and my faith seems small, I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my defender. Okay, our pre-chorus, we're gonna say, we're gonna look to the right and we're gonna look to the left with our hands. And we're gonna go, they may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, so your hand, roll, the harder they fall. Try it again. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. Good. And then this is the chorus, okay? We go, giants, pretend to be a giant, giants in the land. My God is greater than the giants in the land, so I won't be afraid. You squat, okay? And then we do it again. Giants in the land, clothed in the armor of God, I'll stand. Put your arms to your side and stand up tall. Good, and then we do it again. Giants in the land, our arms are gonna wave. Oh, 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 giants in the land, oh, oh, oh. Good job. The chorus is so much fun, right? Okay, then we are gonna do our verse. And this time, instead of tiptoeing, because we're not scared anymore, we're gonna walk and we're gonna sing. Though I walk through the valley, I will not fear. When I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield. Oh, I forgot, this one changes, okay? It says, to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my defender, okay? 4 claps at the top, 4 claps at the bottom. Let's try that one again since I kind of messed up. Though I walk through the valley, I will not fear. When I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my defender. Good. Okay, and that's the whole song you learned. So let's do it together and I'll walk you through it. Roll, hand, 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 roll. Tiptoe, look around. Remember to sing. I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my... Are you ready? We're gonna look, hand, hand, roll. May look big, they may look tall, roll. They may look big, hand, hands, they may look big. The bigger they come, giants, land, my God is greater, giants, so I won't be afraid. Do a squat. It's in the land, clothed, big stand up. Wave your arms. Giants, wave. Walk. Will not fear when I sing now. Ready? Clap 4 times. 3, 4, 1, 2. Defend. Look to the right. Left. Hand, hand, roll. Look, look. Hand, hand, roll. They may look big, they may look tall. The harder they fall. Ready? Giants in the land. Greater. Be afraid. What are we? We're clothed. Stand up tall. Do it again. Our God is greater, so I won't be afraid. Clothed. Stand up tall, hands to your side. Again. Wave. That was so good, friends. Okay, Knights, let's do it one more time. This time, I want you to sing as loud as you can, dance as big as you can, and follow me on the screen. Let's do it.
When temptation's big and my faith seems small, I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my defender.
They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may
All right, our next song is called Hey, Hey, Goliath. And this one is a little complicated, but once you know it, it is so much fun. So I encourage you to try your best, and I know you can do it. All right, let's get started. It says, let me fix my mic, sorry about that. It says, hey, hey, Goliath, you look pretty big. So when we say, hey, hey, Goliath, every time you're gonna go to the side, hey, hey, Goliath. Hey, hey, Goliath, you look pretty big, right? Me, on the other hand, I'm just a little kid. Meet, meet, okay? So what? I may not be as strong as you, but there is something about me you don't know. Here's the truth. Okay, let's try that again, okay? Because it's a little bit tricky. It says, hey, hey, Goliath, you look pretty big. Me, on the other hand, I'm just a little kid. Meet, meet. So what? I may not be strong as you, but there is something about me you don't know. Here's the truth. Good. Okay, this is the pre-chorus, and we're going to do this a lot. We're going to step right, left, and say, you stand before me. We step right, left. You stand before me with your shield and sword. Yeah. Step back. You stand before me in the name of the Lord. Okay, so you bump your chest twice, and then sign Lord in sign language, okay? This is Lord, okay? So let's try that again. Right, left, you stand before me with your shield and sword. Yeah, step back. You stand before me in the name of the Lord. Do it again. Stand before me with your shield and sword. Yeah, step. Stand before me in the name of the Lord. Good. Our chorus says, hey, hey, Goliath, and you're going to face this side. You're going to go, hey, hey, Goliath. And then you're going to step and snap to the front, step and snap to the back. Hey, hey, Goliath, snap. And then it says, oh. Your hands are going to go to your forehead, and you're going, oh. You're looking, okay? So all together it goes, hey, hey, Goliath. Oh, hey, hey, Goliath. Oh. Good. And then our next verse says, hey, hey, Goliath, if only you knew, you think you're fighting me, but you're really fighting two. The battle's not mine, it belongs to the Lord. Greater is the one who's in me than any in the world. Okay? And then the last verse says, hey, hey, Goliath, go ahead and laugh. Put your hands behind you. I got a couple pebbles. This is pebbles in sign language. You knock, knock, okay. Knock, knock, okay. I got a couple pebbles hidden in this bag. Point to your bag. And then you set up, you go, when I raise my arm, when I start to swing, I'ma knock you out with just a rock and sling. Good job. Okay, so you learned all of the verses and the chorus. Let's do it together with music. The first part are snaps, okay? So watch. We're gonna go snap, snap, snap. Good. Hey, hey, Goliath, you look pretty big. Me, on the other hand, I'm just a little kid. Meet, meet. So what? Strong? You don't know. Nod your head. Right. Shield. Back. Lord. Right. Yeah. Chest. Okay, here's the chorus. Front. Back. Front. Front. Hey, hey. Ready? Hey, hey, Goliath. New. Me. To. Not mine. To the Lord. One who's in me. Good. Step. shield, sword. Pound your chest. Right, left, shield, sword, chest. Okay, here's the chorus. Good. You're doing awesome. Pebbles, bag, swing, out with just a rock and a sling. Step front, shield, step back, pound your chest, forward, shield, pound your chest, chorus. Hey, hey. One more time. Can you snap? Good job. All right. Now we're going to do it again. And I want you to just focus on singing and dancing the best you can and having so much fun. Okay, let's do it.
Hey, hey Goliath, you look pretty big. Me, on the other hand, I'm just a little kid. So what? I may not be strong as you. There is something about me you don't know. Here's the truth, see? You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey, hey, Goliath. 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 If only you knew. You think you're fighting me, but you're really fighting too. The battle's not mine, it belongs to the Lord. Greater is the one who's in me than any in the world. So you stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey, hey, Goliath. 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 Go ahead and laugh. I got a couple pebbles hidden in this bag. When I raise my arm, when I start to swing, I'ma knock you out with just a rock and a sling, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey, hey, Goliath. 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 Stand before me with your shield and sword. Hey, Goliath. Stand before you with the name of the Lord. Hey, Goliath. Stand before me with your shield and hey, hey, Goliath. Hey, hey, Goliath.
All right. Thanks for joining me for day 2 of VBS. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3.
Thanks for teaching us those dances, Miss Savannah. Now let's see what our mission is from Miss Gwenda.
Hi, welcome back to Day 2 Mission. Remember, working for someone else makes you feel better. So today we're going to make a courtly connection castle card. Isn't that pretty cool? And we're going to figure out how to do that. Looks pretty simple, doesn't it? So Miss Gwenda's going to take it and we're going to fold it in half. Try to get it straight and fold it in half again. Oops, that wasn't right. Let's try again. There we go. That's close enough. All right, so now that we have it, this is the front of the doors. Check that out. Ooh, open up. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna cut some squares out of the top, all right? So we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna make a square. We're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. And you can make it as big or as little. You're making the top parts of the castle, which are pretty cool, right? So keep doing that. Trying to get it together. Why do you think we're making these cards today? I'll tell you why. Because we are going to send them to some of our people in church who need some cheering up. So here's your mission for this week or this time. We're gonna take these cards, we're gonna decorate them, put cute little people in the windows, you open the doors, and it says, sending you a royal hug. Love, Ms. Gwenda. So, what we're going to do with these cards is you're going to create as many cards as you possibly can, and you're going to have your parent email me at gwenda@am-umc.org, and I will send your parents a list of addresses and names where you can mail your cards to some of our people in our church that need some extra love. Thanks for joining us for VBS. Day 2. See what mission work is for tomorrow, day 3. See you then. Bye.
Well, wasn't today so much fun? I hope that you wear your breastplate of justice all day, every day this week, so that you can defeat the Goliaths in your life with God on your side. Well, let's end with our banner verse like yesterday from Ephesians 6:10. Ready? Be strong in the Lord, in the strength of his power. Ephesians 6:10. We'll see you tomorrow for day 3, where we have another awesome Bible story. Bye.
David went into battle against Goliath with the king's armor, a sandwich and an apple, a sling and 5 small stones, his best friend. A sling and 5 small stones. To become a knight, one would first become a page, and then a whole book, squire, police officer, baker. A squire. Our banner verse states, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power, army, horses, iceberg. Power.